Good afternoon. I had a message on my heart that I want to just jump straight into, because it's real heavy on me. A lot of things that's going on in the world. By the way, I am UnBreakableDEX. Um, if this was your last message to hear, or either your last message you had the opportunity to even speak to someone, if this was your last opportunity today, if you knew right now that that you knew that after this message that either you're hearing or you have a chance to speak into someone else's life or into the world, what would you say? Think about it. What would you say? What would you say? What would you do? How would you act? How would you feel? Because you don't know. It could be. There's a lot of people that's been dying lately. They leaving out of here fast. And it's always every death that I know has been a lot for me lately. And every death is always, wow, that person, that person gone. No one is no one is exempt, and you don't know when the time is. So it really could be right now. It could be over right now. You don't know. How would you really spend that last moment? How would you really spend the moment of your final hour, your final breath? How would you spend it? Would you be concerned about the things that you're concerned about? Would you be worrying? Would you be mean? Would you be hateful? Would you be that way? Would you be trying to rob someone and kill someone and talk down on someone? Would you be trying to, is that how you really would spend your last hour? Your last minute? Is that how you really would spend it? And these are things that was on my mind, on my heart, and I think if everybody take that that question and ask themselves, if this was my last opportunity to speak into the world, what would I say? What would I do? How would I treat it? What message would you leave behind? What words of encouragement, what would you leave behind to leave the world better? Would we really be concerned with all this garbage? What would be meaningful if this was your last minute, your final hour? What would be your message? This is real. This is real life, and it's something to be taken seriously. Because if we treat it as though and it don't happen, you just made the world that much better. You just made the world that much better. Whether it was speaking a, an encouraging, kind word to someone, whether it was helping someone, I don't know, because it would be something different for all of us. It should be. We all got different experiences. But what from your experience are you gonna leave behind? Are you willing to share to make the world a better place from your experience? Because that's the only place to pull it from. Every decision comes from your experience. What would you do? What would you say? How would you feel if this was it? How would you really feel? Would you still be holding on to that grudge? Would you still be loading That's how you'll be spending it? Come on, people. We need to wake up. We need to think. We need to start using our brain. Something that I feel is not encouraged. It's always encouraged to tap into what somebody else think, what somebody else want, what somebody else feel we should be doing, how we should be living. Listen, you are just as powerful, just as meaningful, just as important as the sky, as the ocean. You serve a different purpose, but you're just as important. And think about how powerful and important the ocean and the sky and the sun is. Think about how important those are. You are just as important. Don't let no one tell you you're not. If you weren't meant to be here, you would not be here. They say over 1 million sperm cells is released. You won. You're a winner. You're supposed to be here. And you have a purpose, and you have a message. You have something to share. Get out of your comfort zone. Get away from what it's gonna look like, what it's gonna think. I should have did this video a gazillion years ago. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Those are words that'll never be used on my channel ever again. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. That's past tense. We don't live in the past. Over, done with, gone. Whatever I said 5 minutes ago, gone. What about now? Right now is what's important. Life in the now. That's all you know about. Not yesterday, not tomorrow. Now. What are you gonna do now? What am I gonna do now? Are we gonna continue to let things that don't really matter control us? Things that are over and gone and done with? Something that happened 20 years ago? Are we really gonna still let that rule over us? Because that's what it's doing. Because you know what's really in your heart. I know what's been in my heart. And it won't go anywhere until you take action. And I think right now, whoever's listening to this message, if it reached one person, listen, where we are in the world, things that are going on, we need everybody to take charge, to take action, because we all got different life experiences, and we all got different gifts, and we all have different journeys to share. We need to link up. It's time to link up. Everybody won't link up, that's fine. But the ones who's in your heart to make a change, to make a difference, to take a stance, it's time to do it now. Use this platform. What's a bigger stage? It doesn't matter how big it grows. If the right one person reach it, say you only get 20 views off of your video, but your video was viewed by one person that was inspired by you, that on their video they got 20 million views. That started with you. If you didn't take your action, those 20 million people wouldn't have had the opportunity to listen to his message. It all works together. We all work together. We're more powerful together than separated. No more division. What good is it gonna do for us to always be? I like a quote that I heard say, I'll think of it, I remember it, but it's about division, basically. You know, if you gotta decide, that's what it says. Thank you for your patience. If you gotta decide, If you got to pick a side, then they trying to divide. Always. Why we always got to pick a side when it comes to something? We always, it's either this or that. This or that. And then it's contrary. It's okay to be in your own lane, but when we got to, as a whole, pick a side, and then you're looked down upon for the side that you chose because of your own personal belief. That's too much control. That's too much control. No, you got here alone. You got here alone. Yes, it was by that same power, that same source that created this awesome sky, trees, ocean, all those beautiful things. I call him my rock. Some people refer to it as God. Yes, it was. It was your time, and you were meant to be here. And it wasn't an easy fight from the get-go. Have you ever looked under a microscope? Do you remember, those of you in school, when you looked under a microscope and they showed you the sperm cells fighting to get to the top? You can't tell one from the other. And they're constantly moving, shoving, pushing, moving each other out the way. From the bottom to the top. Millions. Those are a million people that you conquered to get here. If they were meant to be here, they would be here. But no, you came out of that sack. You. Use your gifts. You know, I'm going to continue to make videos. Because for one, I just feel that this is the right moment in time for all of us to take advantage. Yes, it's a great opportunity. I see that for people to make substantial amount of money and change their lives financially, but at the same time, I think it's even a greater opportunity to spread life in the world, to share what only you could give. Only you could give this. No one else. Don't try to duplicate no one else. You came here alone, single. You single-handedly defeated a million people. You are a conqueror, a warrior. Don't let no one tell you you're not. That person is the warrior. That person is the conqueror. No, it's that person. It's that person. The man in the mirror. Stop the editing. Stop editing everything. We keep editing. We want to edit everything. We want to edit the way we look. We want to edit the way we talk. We want to edit, we want to edit everything. Before we post the video, we got to make sure all the bells and whistles and the sounds are roaring from the head and the ding. Did you hear that, Jack? No. We need the rawest form right now. Come from your heart. Stop procrastinating like I've been doing. But that's in the past. We're not even going to reference the past anymore because it keeps you there. We're only referencing the future, the present and the future. Whatever you focus on and your reference is, that's where you are. So you are always talking about the past and yesterday. That's where you'll stay. How can you grow living in yesterday? You can't go back. You can't go back. It would be awesome. Trust me. I wish I could. But we got great memories. Take those memories, take those lessons, and use them for now and tomorrow. Share it. Share it. Who knows, this may be my last video. And I hope I said something that somebody can take and share it with somebody else. And they can take it and share it with somebody else. And they will take it. That's how the world gets better. No single man or woman is going to change our lives. Has it ever happened? Has it ever happened? Think about that quote in your decisions. Think about that quote of insanity. If you've been doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, it's insanity. It's insanity. Ask yourself, is there something in your life that you've been doing over and over again with no results? I'm not just talking about you've been doing it for a few months, a few hours. You've been doing this for years. Years. All your life, matter of fact. Why is it if it hasn't worked? Because you've been told to do it. Start thinking for yourselves. Start thinking for yourselves. You are the power. The God is in you. Yes, it's something outside of us. Of course it is. And it's something inside of you too. Do your part. We all have a part to do. Don't get offended, please, by me pointing. Please. But we all have our part to do. Let's do it. I commend the YouTubers that has, decided I ain't got nothing else to give. I ain't got nothing else to live for. I'm tired. I'm tired. We all are tired. We tired. It's time to get sick and tired. For real. It's time to get sick and tired, man. It's time to get sick and tired. We sit around and talk about the problem all the time, but we do nothing about it. We sit and hope somebody else is gonna make a difference. These same things that we're talking about today, that we're looking for change for, they were looking for change and hope for those same things 50 years ago. Link arms. Link arms. Pull out the camera and share your message. Your good message. No garbage. We got enough garbage going on. Don't bring garbage here, around, or near. It won't be accepted and it won't be allowed. No more garbage. We burning garbage. So I hope, but to all the YouTubers, one that stands out to me, I've definitely given her flowers, is Miss Dodash. Really appreciate, the courage. I know where it comes from. It comes from sick and tired. It comes from being fed up. And the only reason we continue to stay in the same situations, the same ruts, the same undesirable lifestyles, and the same habits, and the same character and personality, is because you're not tired enough. Period. If you were tired enough, you wouldn't care what people think. You wouldn't care what it's gonna look like. You wouldn't care. It doesn't matter. Because after you finish speaking, that could be it. So why does it matter how it comes out, how many times you fumbled? It doesn't matter. Pick the ball back up. If you're still breathing, pick it back up and keep talking. Share your message, share your gift. Think about it. Your experiences, your life, that's where your wisdom comes from, your experience. Don't think about the bad that happened in it. Think about the good, the lessons. We all got so much more to give. So much to give. This world is brilliant. I truly do believe, as they say, that the graveyard is the richest place on the planet. The graveyard. Because so many brilliant ideas, brilliant people, brilliant thoughts, brilliant inventions, brilliant words of wisdom, brilliant businesses are in the graveyard. Don't let it happen. We have the opportunity. We have the opportunity right now to make a difference. Let's do it. Let's do it. I don't care what this video looks or sounds like. All I care about is that in between, the message was conveyed. That's really what I'm concerned about. This is a non-editing channel. Non-editing. No more editing. No more editing. Bring your rawest form, but with dignity and integrity. Just because I say bring your rawest form don't mean come do a video naked, thinking you being real. No, that's being disrespectful. But bring your true self. Come naked. Meaning, be brutally honest. Be transparent. Remove yourself. My name used to be Dexter. I am UnBreakableDEX. I do not refer to myself as Dexter. That was a name given to me that I lived by because I had no choice. But who I am, deep inside, who I know to be, is UnBreakableDEX. Because if I wasn't meant to be here, trust me, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. And it started from day one. I've been fighting for my life all my life. Literally all my life. From jumping in a swimming pool when I couldn't even hardly walk, in the 12 feet, going up and down, because I was just a happy kid. And my mom standing there panicking because she couldn't swim. Next thing you know, here comes Superman out to save the day. Some stranger came out and jumped in and saved me out of the 12 feet. So it started early. And it's a whole lot in between. Whole lot of car accidents, whole lot of campers falling on the head, whole lot of jumping out the windows, whole lot of everything. We set it on fire, we did this and that. I was off the chain. But I'm here. You're here for a reason. Know that. You're here for a reason. Listening to this message for a reason. Don't even look at the person. Don't even think about the messenger. That distracts us too many times. We concerned about the messenger. There's so many people you can learn from if you just accept it's not about the messenger. Because if you're truly convicted on your path and you're connected, your connection with your source, whatever you call it, you're going to have the confidence that everything is working for you, not against you. Everything. Whoever you meet, wherever you are, you're supposed to be there. Share your goodness. Share your wisdom. Share your love. Spread the word. That's how it should be. And I challenge that question. How would you be living your last minute, your final hour, if this were your final message? I challenge everyone that question. Whether you're an entertainer, politician, I don't care who you are. If you're a politician, what would you really be saying to the people right now if this was your last moment? If this was your last speech, your last debate? If you knew after this debate, after this speech, that you would fall to the floor and never get up again, what would you really say? Thank you.